So dear students, so today topic is autokites and its classification. Okay, so autokites are also known as a local hormones because they are locally available like your local friends. So local friends always they are help in the trouble. So when we need actual help, so on that time the local friends they are easily came and help to us, as well as the local friends are only those they are also give the problem to us because they are close to near to us. Easily they can create the problems or easily they can help us. So those are help. So those are good friends, and those are giving the trouble, so they are the irritating friends, or they can give the trouble to us. So like that, the autokites are local hormones. So that's why, so they are help to body in the emergency case, as well as they are give the troubles. Okay, so that is the main role of the autokites. So they are help locally in the case of emergency, and as well as they can give the trouble, so whenever they are religious. Okay, so now we learn regarding the definition. So auto means self and quiets means remedies. Okay, so these are the self remedies or healing substance. Sometimes, so they are called local hormones. Okay, once again, the locality means so their birthplace is the same place and they live in the same place. So they are work in the same place. So those students, those are those persons. So they are only known as the locals. Okay, localities. But here AutoCAD same definition is applicable. So these are locally religious, locally act, and locally metabolized and locally removed from the circulations. Okay, so that's why, so they are known as the local hormones, and they are self stimulating hormones. Okay, and these are the remedies, so they are secreted in our body. Okay, so autokites are endogenous compound. So endogenous means so they are secreted inside the body. Okay, so such substances are known as the endogenous compounds or endogenous substance. So here the autokites are the endogenous compounds. And second, regarding, so the autokites play important role in the regulations of physiological and pathological process. It means so they are involved in the locally to regulate the beneficial functions or physiological functions. So they are required for body. For example, blood pressure. Okay, so these autokites like histamine, 5-HT, serotonin, then as well as prostaglandin, leukotriene, thromboxans. So they are involved in the to enhance the blood pressures. And regarding the bradykinin, kinin, so they are responsible for to decrease the blood pressure. So like that, so these are involved in the regulations of the physiological functions. And another example is prostaglandin. So it is the autokide. It can secrete in the throughout the body, but in the stomach, so this autokites, it releases, it can forms one layer around the GIT tract. Okay, so due to formations of mucus layer around the GIT tract, it can prevent the corrosive, so that of with the hydrochloric acid. If the hydrochloric acid releases during the digestions when you are consuming the food, so then that hydrochloric acid it can cause the corrosive or ulcer to the mucosal membranes of the stomach and GIT. But one another local hormone, beneficial hormone, they are secreted like prostaglandin. it involved in the formations of the mucus layer around the GIT, then it can prevent the that is the corrosive of the GIT tract, that of with the hydrochloric acid. And same prostaglandin in CNS, it is involved in the pathological process. It is involved in the cause of the, that is pain. So when the pain is occurs means in our body or in our head means, that is the role of release of prostaglandin. So like that, the local hormone prostaglandin, it involved in the regulations of pathological condition, that is giving the protection to the GIT mucosa, as well as it is involved in the to cause of the pain. So that's why the autokites are local hormones. So they are involved in the or play important role in the regulations of physiological as well as the pathological process. So like that, we are take the certain painkiller like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, so they can treat our pain, okay, by inhibiting the prostaglandin. Okay, so whatever the painkillers are there, so when you having the pain or fever or inflammation, we take the certain category of drugs, so those can treat the fever, those can treat the pain, so those are treat the inflammation by inhibiting the synthesis of prostaglandin. So that's why, so during the taking of painkiller, so we are suffering from the hyperacidity. Okay, so but you are the highly profiled, that is a highly educated pharmacist or graduated or B pharmacy students, so you are eligible to avoid the ulcer during the painkiller just by taking the one antacids along with the painkiller. So painkiller, it can treat the pain, but whatever it is involved in the to cause of ulcer, so that can avoided by the antacid. So like that, the ideal prescription for treatment of fever, inflammation, pain is you can take those medication along with the antacids or along with the antihistaminics or along with the proton pump inhibitor. That is the ideal prescription, so that can given by the highly qualified pharmacist only, or they can dispense, doctors only they can write the medications regarding pain treatment, but you are the eligible, you can add the one drug, because so that drug especially they are giving diclofenac or indomethacin, definitely they are cause the ulcer, because we can take the painkiller twice or thrice a day for 3 days, so within 3 days, so they are sure they cause of peptic ulcers. So that is you having the chance to avoid that by taking along with the any anti-secretory drugs or antacids or proton pump inhibitor, and it is the ideal prescription or ideal rule of the you like pharmacist. Okay, so like that, the autocats, it is involved in the regulations of physiological as well as the pathological process, and these local hormones, they having the short half life within half an hour, so they are removed from that circulations. Okay, so suppose it is our hand, you think that, so here any insect bind, that is bite means immediately the histamine is releases. Histamine is a autocoid, histamine is a local hormone, it can cause the itching, pain and swelling, and immediately histamine destroyed there only, it cannot be transport that pain to throughout the body. Okay, because the definitions of local hormones is the autocars is they are the locally act, so where they are synthesized, there only they can show the action, there only they can metabolize and removed from the circulation. So that's why any insect bite on the particular site mean where only we having the itching, where only we having the redness or pain and swelling. Okay, so due to so release of the autokines, first that itching or irritation occurs due to release of histamine. Later on, that the redness is occurs or swelling is occur, that is the release of prostaglandin and thromboxane. So these all are the local hormones released there only they cause the effect, shows the effect, may be beneficial, may be harmful, there only their metabolites. So that's why the local hormone they having the very short t half, so within few seconds they are destroyed, definitely they can show the actions. So that's why if any insect or anything if bite to you or your skin having particular place having the irritations or itching, then you can take the antihistaminic any drug. Okay, chlorpheniramine, pheniramine, or many there drugs are there belongs to the H1 blocker. You can take because the first initial responses, so those are occurs due to release of histamine. If you were, you can antagonize that effect or you can abolish that effect. Further, the prostaglandin do not releases. Like that, you are free from the further inflammations. So, as the ideal pharmacist, and everyone students or everyone member, they having the cetirizine in their home, and cetirizine is the H1 blocker or anti-steroid drug. If any insect bite in your home during the cleaning of home or washing some things, so on that, or traveling in the unopened area or unopened home or room, so when anything it can sit on your skin where you are suffering from the itching. So when you are suffering from itching, immediately you can take the, that is the cetirizine, then you can avoid the pathological process of the autocytes. Okay, so these are have local action and brief durations. They produce locally, act locally, and metabolize locally, and locally they are removed from the circulations. So autocytes are both vasoconstrictor and as well as vasodilators. Okay, autocytes, same autocytes or different autocytes. Some are vasodilator, some are vasoconstrictor. Vasoconstrictor means so they can constrict the blood vessels or they can constrict the muscle. So due to that, spasm is occurs. If the smooth muscle constricts, mean the spasm or pain is occurs. Okay, if skeletal muscles contract mean strain is occurs. If the blood vessel contracts means the blood pressure is increases. So like that, so those autocytes, so those are having the vasoconstrictor effect. So those are, hello, so those, okay, so those can cause the vasoconstriction. So those are participate in the to cause of the hypertension. And some autocytes, those having the vasodilator effect. Okay, so vasodilator effect, so they can dilate the blood vessels, then they can cause the hypotension or decrease the blood pressure. And regarding the inflammation, okay, so you think it is a blood vessel junction. Okay, if any infection occurs here means, so histamine is releases, so it can causes the release of secretions. So here secretions releases, and later on, that is the leukotriene, prostaglandin or prostacyclin releases. So those are cause the vasoconstrictions. That is to constrict the blood vessel. Due to that, whatever fluid is secreted here, it cannot be execute or cannot be circulated in the blood when blood is enter, because here the blood vessel size is constricted. So due to that, the swelling is occurs in the particular area. But in ancient people farmer, if any swelling occurs means, so they can massage the skin. So that massaging skin increases the heat. So that increased heat, it can cause the vasodilatations. So due to vasodilatations, so that fluid can execute it. So like that in the farmers, so without any drug, so their swelling can be treated. But we are weak, our immune system was weak, so that's why we are definitely required the drugs. So those can vasoconstricted during the inflammation, they are responsible to cause of the swelling. And vasodilators, so these are increase the size of blood vessel here only. So due to that, as the size increases due to vasodilation, so more fluid can be accumulated day by day, the swelling is increases. If you are not treated, still you are thinking I am from the local, I am from the villages, or I am the pharmacist, I having the strong immune system, but where our all egos are fail, because so that accumulated fluid, it is a infectious, it can dangerous to our health. If it is drainage to the our blood means whole body can be collapsed. So due to that, the CVS was fail. Our whole system is suffering from the systemic infection. So due to systemic infection, the multi-organ was failed. So that's why, dear students, if you have any inflammation or swelling, you can take the treatment simply by with the help of the any anti-inflammatory drug along with the antacids. So that can correct the inflammation because you are the ideal pharmacist. And here, so there whatever the vasodilators autocytes are there are, so they are released during exercise. Okay, so for example, you are vigorously involved in the exercise in the daily morning or evening, or you are playing in the cricket in the college or any event. So on that time, okay, so our inside our body the heat is generated. After the stop the game, immediately the sweating is occurs, then it is responsible for loss of heat or temperature from the body. Sweating is the one of the beneficial mechanism. It is causes the loss of the excess heat from the body. If sweating is not occur means, so then only we are suffering from the high fever or pyrexia. So whatever the sweating occurs after exercise, that is the role of the vasodilatations in the blood vessels of the skin. So due to vasodilatations, the more fluid is accumulated under the skin, then it can initiate the sweating. So due to sweating, the fluid is lost along with the heat. So those vasodilatation effect is occurs due to release of the prostaglandins. Okay, the prostaglandin, so when it is released after exercise, it can have the beneficial effect. Okay, it is helpful for to cause the loss of the heat from the body. But when you are we are lazy, when your our body movement is not occurs, okay, you are sitting in the particular places more than 1 hours 2 hours without any movement. Okay, so on that time only also the prostaglandin is releases. But during the low locomotions, no activity, so on that time whatever the prostaglandin is releases, so that prostaglandin cause the vasoconstrictions. That is the it can shows the harmful effect, or it is involved in the to cause of the pain, headache, body ache, fatigue. Okay, so we are now in the COVID, we are suffering from the fatigue, we are suffering from the body pain, or we are suffering from the headache because our all locomotions are decreases or less. So due to that, these prostaglandin releases, it can causes the vasoconstriction. So due to vasoconstriction, the blood cannot freely move. Then organ they are suffering from the deficiency of oxygen. So due to deficiency of oxygen, we are suffering from the headache, body pain, like that. So that's why, so it is the ideal precautions is you can have some movement every 2 hours, every 1 hour, or morning you can go for the walk, or in your home you can self you can start the walking or exercise. So that can helpful for to cause sweating. Due to that sweating, the heat is lost. Then we are free from the headache, body pain, fatigue, etc. Okay. So whatever the autocytes are there, so they are releases the during exercise, so they cause the vasodilatation, that is helpful for to loss of temperature. Example is the prostaglandin, or whatever the autocytes, so they are releases without any body movements or less locomotions, or so on that those they can cause the vasoconstriction. Once again, example is prostaglandin, it can cause the vasoconstriction. So due to that, we are suffering from the migraine headache. Okay, so migraine headache, it is one of the problem due to lack of locomotion. So it is more common in the females or that is a housing women, because so they are sitting in the particular place for longer durations without any physical activities or work. So due to that, they are suffering from the migraines, or some are there they only unnecessary they are thinking, they are worry about neighbors family, but their locomotions was less, their activity was less, sitting in a simple place or thinking about you, or thinking about others, or thinking about neighbors. Then so these non-beneficial or harmful prostaglandin releases, it can cause the constrictions of the blood vessels of the brain. Then the brain having this deficiency of oxygen in the particular area, then the migraine headache or half headache can be occurs. So that is can treated if you are having that simply, so that can treated with the help of the once again painkiller, because The prostaglandin synthesis, its action was inhibited by the painkiller like paracetamol or like indomethacin, ibuprofen, or like your Meftal spas. Actually, it is helpful for treatment of pain during the menstrual cycle. But same Meftal spas, it is having the painkiller drug mefenamic acid. That is also helpful for the treatment of the headache. So, as the pharmacy during emergency, if you do not have any painkiller, simply all people they having the Meftal spas in their home. So then you simply can take, your headache can be reduced. Or you do not have any medication, then simply you can take the hot coffee. So that coffee is also helpful for to delay or to treat the fatigue along with the headache and migraines. So these are the introductions regarding the AutoCAD. So now we learn regarding the classifications. So AutoCADs, so they are mainly classified into four class. So this is not introduction. So this is the classifications. So these AutoCADs, so they are mainly classified into four types. That is amino AutoCADs. It means so they are derived from the amino acids. And second one is the eicosanoids. It means so they are derived from the arachidonic acid or any acids. Then peptide autocats, so they are derived or synthesized from the protein, or their nature is a protein in nature. So they are combinations of the amino acid then form on protein. So that is protein is nothing, they are the autocats or any other hormones. Okay, so these autocats, they are made up of the proteins or peptides. Peptide is nothing but that is, it is the combinations of the different amino acids. So then certain, and these peptide autocats, they are mainly sub-classified into two types, vasoconstrictor and vasodilators. And fourth classification is miscellaneous, that is the cytokines and others. Regarding amine autocats, that is the histamine and serotonin is the two example. Okay, histamine in the CNS, it acts as a neurotransmitter, you remember. But in the peripheral nervous system or in the apart from the brain or out of the brain, it acts as a local hormone. It acts as a autocrat. It is involved in the to cause of the pain, or it is involved in the to cause of the inflammation, or it is involved in the to cause of the skin rashes, itching, irritations. Okay, so that's why the histamine is both autokine as well as the neurotransmitter. If any itching or inflammation or allergy is present, that is the role of the histamines. Even your running nose, so uncontrolled nosing, so that is also rule of histamine. Any dust enter in the nose, it can irritate the mucosa of the nose. Then the nose, it can enhance the secretion by release of the histamine. On that time only our nose is become too red because of once again histamines. So that's why if any nosing is there, that indicates you are suffering from the allergy. So then you can take the any anti-allergic drug or anti-histaminic drug that can delay the or relay the or treat the allergy that is due to occurs due to release of the histamines. Then serotonin, it is a main neurotransmitter. It is helpful for to regulate your emotions. So whatever emotions are there, that is the role of serotonin. What is your behaviors are there, that is the role of serotonin. Or your GIT, 75% of GIT functions, so that can regulated by serotonins. In CNS, it can also regulate the working functions, working memory functions or cognitive functions. But in peripheral nervous systems, or if it when it is released during the any inflammations or any insects bites, so on that time it is involved in the cause of the inflammations. It is involved in the to cause of the gastric secretions. It can enhance the gastric secretions also. Then only we are suffering from the vomiting nausea. Presently in our South India, we are suffering from the hyperacidity. That is due to serotonin, because we are emotionally, fully emotionally. We are thinking about COVID, what will happen to our nations, our home, to us. We are emotionally full, or anyone, our relatives or neighbors, they are die. Then you are fully emotions. So that emotions is enhance the secretions of serotonin. Then same serotonin in the stomach, it can enhance the secretions of gastric content. Then we are suffering from the gastric ulcer or hyperacidity. Even we are suffering from the omitting. If any omitting or hyperacidity occur due to when our emotions are abnormal, if it is good, it's okay. If they are abnormal, if they are excessive more, so that is the role of serotonin. So that can controlled only serotonin antagonist. Example is a granisetron, okay, or ondansetron. Or if you take any omes vagera, that cannot be work. Only work the ondansetron or ganisetron. They are the antagonist of serotonin. They only work to control that hyperacidity and that omitting. So that's why any emotionally patients are there or relatives are there, they are suffering from the omitting nausea, then you can use the ondan or ondansetrons. But if you are giving omeprazole, domprodamine, they not work. They can relieve the symptoms sometimes, but still the omitting is present. But you have taken granisetron, ondansetron within shorter time, within 5 minutes or half an hour, so they can control the omitting. That is the emotionally whatever the behavioral changes are occurs. So that is the autocoids like role of serotonin. Then second, eicosanoids. So these are derived from the arachidonic acid in the presence of the cyclooxygenase. So that arachidonic acid is converted into prostaglandin and thromboxane. And another enzyme is there, that is the lipooxygenase. So that can convert arachidonic acid into leukotriene. So the leukotrienes, it is involved into cause of the asthma. So whatever the asthma is occurs, that is the role of the leukotrienes. Okay, and prostaglandin thromboxanes. So these are involved in the cause of pain, to cause of the fever, to cause of the inflammations. So whatever the inflammation occurs, that is the role of prostaglandin thromboxane. Or whatever the fever is occur, that is also rule of prostaglandin. And whatever your pain is occur, that is also rule of prostaglandin and thromboxanes. Okay, so that's why, so those drugs they are inhibit these, so they are helpful for treatment of the inflammation, pain and fever. And those drugs they are inhibit the leukotrienes, so they are helpful for treatment of the asthma. Example is a gefroloclast. Gefroloclast, it is the antagonist of leukotriene receptor, that is LT1, LT2, LT4, LT5, LT6. So these are the leukotriene. So what release leukotrienes in the lungs, acts on the leukotriene receptor, involved in the vasoconstrictions, constrictions of bronchi. Then only we are suffering from the bronchial asthma. So that's why the asthma can be treated with the help of the, that is leukotriene antagonist like gefroloclast or glucocorticoid derivatives. They are choice of drug. Already I will explain you in the regarding pharmacology of glucocorticoids. Okay, because the glucocorticoids it can inhibit the all type of the local hormones. So that's why the glucocorticoids helpful for treatment of inflammation that cannot be controlled by the other drug. Or glucocorticoids are helpful for the treatment of asthma, it cannot control by the other drug. But we are not used normally because same glucocorticoids also inhibit the our immune system. So that's why unnecessarily you do not use the glucocorticoids. If it is emergency, if it is drug allergy, if allergy cannot be controlled, then you can go for the glucocorticoids. Then third classification, peptide autocoids. So they are sub-classified into two class, that is vasoconstrictor and vasodilators. So vasoconstrictor examples are angiotensin 2, it is a octapeptide. It consists of 8. So that's why it is known as the octapeptides. Okay, so that angiotensin 2 is responsible to cause of the hypertension. So those drugs they are inhibit angiotensin 2, so they are helpful for to control the blood pressure. Example is a losartans or many drugs are there. Then vasopressin, it is causes the inhibit the urine output or increase the blood pressure. Then endothelins, so they are released from the blood vessels, so they are also cause the vasoconstrictor locally and increase the blood pressure. Then neuropeptide Y, so it is also responsible to cause of the hypertensions or to cause of the swelling by causing vasoconstriction. And some peptidocoids are vasodilators. So the example is a bradykinin, kinin, natriuretic peptides, vasoactive intestinal peptides, substance P, neurotensin. So these are all are vasodilators. So they are causes responsible to decrease the blood pressure, or due to vasodilatation, the more fluid can be accumulated in the particular area. And regarding natriuretic peptide, it is helpful for the treatment of the hypertension, and substance P it is involved in the cause of the pain. Okay, whatever the pain inflammations are there from organ to brain, so they are reaches with the help of the substance P. So that's why the substance P is a autokines as well as it is a neuropeptide, because it is involved in the transmit the message regarding the pain. Due to that only, it is the only one autokines, it is acts as the neuropeptides. Okay, so then miscellaneous, that cytokines, interleukin, cytotoxic factor, in interferon, cholinergic factor. So these all are involved into cause of the asthma, or some they are involved in the to depress the immunity, or they are involved in the to cause of the autoimmune disorder, and others are gastrin and somatostatin. So gastrin, it can enhance the gastric secretions in the stomach, but in the peripheral nervous system it is involved in the cause of the inflammations. And regarding somatostatins, it is a anti-growth hormone, it can inhibit the GIT motility. So due to inhibition of GIT motility, the more food is accumulated in the particular places. So due to that, the heat is increased. So due to increase the GIT heat, then we are suffering the various disorders like abdominal pain or constipations or many others are there. So they are, that is the rule of the somatostatin. So like that, the autokines, so they are mainly classified into 4 class. But in the next class, we can discuss regarding one by one. Then here, dear students, I request you all, please subscribe my channel, YouTube channel. So that is name as a Shiv Kumar S. Ladde. So it is beneficial to me. Okay. So please subscribe my channel. It name as the Shiv Kumar S. Ladde, or this is the link. Thank you, dear students.